Buddhists believe in God. Explained in detail. Have you ever wondered why Buddhism, one of the world's oldest religions, doesn't focus on a God? While most major religions focus on a divine creator, such as Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism, Buddhism takes a completely different approach. But why? Did the Buddha reject the idea of God? What do Buddhists believe about creation, morality, and the future? And if there is no God, what guides your spiritual journey? Stay with me as we explore why Buddhists don't believe in God. Explained in detail. 1. Who was the Buddha? The origins of Buddhism. To understand why Buddhists don't believe in God, we need to start with the story of Siddhartha Gautama, the man who became the Buddha. Siddhartha was born into a royal family in modern-day Nepal in 563 BCE. His father, a king, wanted to protect him from suffering, so he grew up surrounded by luxury. But everything changed when Siddhartha saw 4 places. 1. An old man, showing him that age is inevitable. 2. A cursed man, revealing that suffering exists in all lives. 3. A dead body, proving that life is temporary. 4. A traveling monarch, inspiring him to seek wisdom. Siddhartha realized that wealth and power could not prevent suffering and death. He left his palace, abandoned his royal life, and began to search for truth and enlightenment. After years of meditation and discipline, he attained nirvana, a state of complete wisdom and freedom from suffering. From then on, he became known as the Buddha, or the Enlightened One. But what did he teach about God? Did the Buddha believe in God? Unlike many spiritual leaders, Buddha never preached about a God, such as God, the Supreme Creator. Instead, he focused on discovery, inner peace, and personal enlightenment. Here is what we know about his views on God. Buddha was silent about God. Buddha never denied the existence of gods, but he never confirmed them either. When people asked him about a creator, he either remained silent or redirected the conversation. He believed that debating about God was not helpful in ending suffering. Instead, he focused on practical wisdom, such as living a meaningful life. B. The parable of the poisoned bough. Buddha once told a famous story. Imagine a man who was shot by a poisoned bough. Instead of asking, "Who shot me? What kind of wood is this bough made of?" Zrenya. The man should focus on pulling out the bough and healing himself. Similarly, Buddha believed that discussing the existence of God was a waste of time instead of addressing the real problem, suffering, and how to end it. 3. The Buddhist view on creation and the universe. If there is no God, then where did everything come from? Buddhism teaches that the universe was not created by a divine being. Instead, it follows a cycle of birth, existence, and destruction, a process called samsara. This is how Buddhism explains the universe. No beginning, no end. Unlike religions that believe in a first creator, Buddhism suggests that the universe has always existed in some form. Pending origination. Everything happens by cause and effect. There is no divine plan, only natural laws guiding reality. Karma and rebirth. Actions. Karma shapes the next life. Instead of heaven or hell, beings are reborn based on their previous acts. This means that there is no need for a God to create or control life. Everything follows a natural cycle. 4. Morality. No God. How do Buddhists define right and wrong? Many religions believe that morality comes from God. But in Buddhism, morality is not based on divine rules. It is based on wisdom and compassion. Buddhists follow the 5 precepts, which are ethical guidelines, not commands. 1. Do not kill. Respect all life. 2. Do not steal. Be honest and fair. 3. Do not lie. Speak honestly and kindly. 4. Do not sexualize. Respect relationships. 5. Do not intoxicate. Avoid things that spread judgment. These principles are followed not because a God commands them, but because they deal with a peaceful and meaningful life. In Buddhist stories, There are devas, scientific beings, who live in higher realms. But unlike the Christian or Islamic God, these devas are not eternal, they are not powerful, and they are not creators. They are just part of the cycle of existence and will eventually be reborn as humans. 6. Prayer in different Buddhist traditions. Theravada. Buddhism, especially in Sri Lanka, Thailand and Myanmar, focuses on discipline and meditation rather than gods. Mahayana Buddhism, in China, Japan and Korea, includes figures such as bodhisattvas, divine beings who help others. Tibetan Buddhism has spiritual figures such as the Dalai Lama, but he is not seen as a god. Buddhism has gods, they are not worshipped as supreme beings. 6. If there is no God, what is the purpose of life? In many religions, the purpose of life is to serve God, to reach heaven, or to fulfill divine will. But in Buddhism, the goal is different. Buddhism teaches that life is full of suffering, dukkha, caused by desires and attachments. The solution: follow the eighth path to reach nirvana, a state beyond suffering. The eighth path. The Buddhist way of life. 1. Right view. Understand the true nature of life. 2. Right intention. Think kindly and wisely. 3. Right speech. Speak honestly and patiently. 4. Right action. Live ethically. 5. Right life. Work in a way that does not hurt others. 6. Right effort. Stay positive and focused. 7. Right attention. Be mindful of your thoughts and actions. 8. Right concentration. Practice meditation. Instead of pleasing God, Buddhists focus on self-improvement and inner peace. Conclusion: what can we learn from Buddhist believers? So, why don't Buddhists believe in God? Buddha never spoke of a creator God because he focused on practical wisdom. The universe is eternal and follows natural laws without needing a divine creator. Morality comes from compassion and wisdom, not from commands. Buddhism teaches that true happiness comes from within, not from praying to a god. But here's a question for you. Do you think a religion can function without a god? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about history, philosophy, and religion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.